On American farms, trust was never something written down, it was learned through early mornings, long afternoons, and work that returned the same way every season. Ford tractors earned that trust by fitting naturally into daily routines, starting when they were needed and working until the job was finished. Their value was not measured by change, but by consistency, proven quietly through years of honest farm work. Number 10, the Ford 2000. Early mornings often began the same way on small family farms, with a single tractor handling the first chore before daylight fully settled. The Ford 2000 was frequently that machine, started while the barn was still quiet and the ground still held overnight moisture. When it arrived in the early 1960s, American farms were adjusting to tighter margins and fewer hands. Tractors were expected to do more work without complication, especially on operations that could not justify larger machines. Dependable power meant something modest but consistent, a tractor that fit naturally into daily routines without demanding attention. The Ford 2000 was designed for that role. It was built to serve as an everyday utility tractor, sized for regular use rather than peak output. Its responsibility was not to dominate a field, but to stay available for whatever task came next, often several times a day. In real farm work, the 2000 cultivated row crops, pulled small plows and discs, ran mowers through long hay days, and hauled wagons between fields and barnyards. These tasks were repeated season after season, rarely changing, and the tractor's value came from performing them without hesitation. From the seat, the experience felt predictable, the engine note stayed even under load, the controls responded without surprise, and the pace across a field felt measured rather than rushed. That consistency allowed operators to focus on the work itself, not the machine beneath them. Over time, farmers trusted the Ford 2000 because it behaved the same way every day it was asked to work. Breakdowns were uncommon, maintenance was familiar, and repairs followed straightforward logic. It became a tractor that fit into the background of farm life, quietly supporting the rhythm of the operation, and easing naturally into the next generation of Ford utility machines that followed. Number 9, the Ford 960. Haying season often demanded long, uninterrupted afternoons, when a tractor was expected to run at a steady pace while grass dried and windrows formed behind it. The Ford 960 earned its place during those hours, pulling mowers and rakes without drama, content to keep moving until the light began to fade. By the mid-1950s, many American farms were shifting away from mixed animal power and toward fully mechanized routines. Reliability now meant consistency across full days of work, not short bursts of effort. Farmers needed tractors that could hold a steady rhythm through repetitive tasks without constant adjustment or concern. The Ford 960 was intended as a heavier utility machine within Ford's lineup, offering more presence in the field while still remaining approachable for everyday use. Its role was to bridge smaller chores and more demanding fieldwork, allowing one tractor to cover a wider range of responsibilities without becoming complicated. In daily use, the 960 handled plowing lighter soils, pulling hay equipment, operating belt-driven machinery, and hauling loaded wagons during harvest. These were not occasional jobs but regular duties that filled entire seasons, where dependability mattered more than outright strength. The sensory experience reinforced that trust. The engine maintained a calm, steady sound under load, the clutch engaged smoothly, and the tractor moved across uneven ground without feeling unsettled. Operators learned its pace and limits quickly, and it rarely surprised them. Farmers came to rely on the Ford 960 because it worked within familiar boundaries, maintenance followed simple patterns, problems announced themselves early, and repairs were usually manageable without extended downtime. That predictability allowed the tractor to remain in service long after newer models appeared, quietly handing off its responsibilities to the next Ford machines designed to carry the same steady rhythm forward. Number 8, the Ford 4600. Daily livestock chores rarely allowed for delays, especially when feeding and cleaning had to be finished before the rest of the day could begin. The Ford 4600 often took on that role, moving steadily through barnyards and lanes where reliability mattered more than speed. When it entered service in the mid-1970s, many farms were operating with fewer people and tighter schedules. Tractors were expected to start consistently, run cleanly, and handle repetitive work without drawing attention to themselves. Dependable power meant predictability across long stretches of ordinary labor. The Ford 4600 was built as a practical utility tractor, intended to handle everyday responsibilities rather than occasional heavy pulls. Its purpose was to serve as a dependable partner for routine work, filling the gap between smaller chores and full field operations without complication. In real farm use, it fed livestock, ran augers and elevators, pulled hay equipment, and hauled wagons between fields and storage. These jobs returned every day, often unchanged, and the tractor's value came from performing them the same way each time it was asked. From the operator's seat, the experience felt controlled and balanced, the engine responded smoothly, the steering felt stable at low speeds, and the tractor maintained a calm pace even when loads varied. That steadiness reduced fatigue and allowed attention to remain on the task at hand. Farmers trusted the Ford 4600 because it integrated easily into daily routines, maintenance followed familiar patterns, downtime was rare, and when issues appeared, they were usually straightforward to address. Over time, it became a tractor that earned confidence quietly, passing its role forward to the larger Ford machines that followed without ever demanding recognition. Number 7. The Ford 5000. As acreage expanded and days grew longer, some farms needed a tractor that could stay in the field from mid-morning through dusk without changing its temperament. The Ford 5000 often filled that space, settling into long hours of steady work where consistency mattered more than speed. By the mid-1960s, American farming was becoming more time-sensitive, weather windows were shorter, labor was limited, and one dependable tractor often carried the bulk of field responsibility. Trust at that moment meant a machine that could work all day, then return the next morning ready to do the same. The Ford 5000 was intended as a mainline work tractor, positioned to handle serious field tasks while remaining practical for everyday use. Its role was not specialization, but endurance, providing enough power to cover larger implements without introducing complexity that slowed repairs or operation. In daily service, it pulled multi-bottom plows, worked discs and field cultivators, powered balers through heavy hay, and hauled full wagons during harvest. These jobs repeated across entire seasons, and the tractor's value was measured by how little attention it required while doing them. The sensory experience reinforced that dependability. The engine carried a steady, unhurried tone under load, the tractor held its pace across varying ground, and the controls responded with familiar resistance. Operators learned its rhythm quickly and trusted it to hold that rhythm hour after hour. Farmers relied on the Ford 5000 because it proved reliable through repetition. Maintenance followed straightforward routines, problems were usually gradual rather than sudden, and downtime stayed manageable. Over time, it became a reference point for dependable mid-size power, easing naturally into the progression of Ford tractors that followed it in the field. Number 6. The Ford 4000. Planting season demanded a steady start each morning. When fields had to be covered methodically and delays carried a cost that lingered all year, the Ford 4000 often took that role, moving at a measured pace from the first pass to the last without asking for adjustment. In the early 1960s, farms were balancing growth with restraint. Equipment needed to be capable, but not complicated, and dependable power meant finishing work within narrow windows using familiar routines. Trust was earned by tractors that performed consistently rather than impressing on paper. The Ford 4000 was intended as a versatile field and utility tractor, built to shoulder a wide share of daily responsibility. Its place was at the center of the operation, handling regular field work while remaining available for chores that filled the spaces between seasons. In real use, it planted and cultivated row crops, pulled plows and discs, ran hay equipment through long afternoons, and hauled loaded wagons at harvest. These tasks returned year after year, and the tractor's value lay in repeating them without change in behavior. From the operator's seat, the experience felt composed. The engine held a steady note as loads varied, the tractor tracked evenly across uneven ground, and the controls responded the same way at the end of the day as they had that morning. That predictability reduced fatigue and kept attention on the work. Farmers trusted the Ford 4000 because it fit into their routines without disruption. Maintenance was familiar, or appeared gradually, and repairs were rarely urgent surprises. It became a tractor remembered for its balance and steadiness, easing naturally toward the next step in Ford's evolving lineup. Number 5. The Ford 3000. On mixed livestock farms, the work rarely arrived in large blocks. It came in pieces, spread across the day. with a tractor starting, stopping, and starting again as chores shifted. The Ford 3000 often lived inside that rhythm, moving easily from one task to the next without protest. By the mid-1960s, many farms needed a tractor that could do nearly everything, even if it never did any one job at the extreme edge of its ability. Dependability at that time meant flexibility without fragility, a machine that tolerated constant change in workload without becoming temperamental. The Ford 3000 was intended as a true all-purpose utility tractor. Its role was to carry the everyday burden of farm work, not as a specialist, but as a reliable presence that could be trusted whenever something needed doing, often with little notice. In daily service, it fed cattle, mowed hay, cultivated gardens and row crops, pulled light tillage equipment, and hauled wagons between buildings and fields. These tasks were ordinary, repeated endlessly, and the tractor's value came from handling them with the same calm behavior every time. From the seat, the tractor felt manageable and familiar, the engine responded smoothly at low speeds, the controls felt balanced, and the pace across yards and fields remained steady. Nothing about its operation demanded attention, which allowed the operator to move through long days without strain. Farmers came to trust the Ford 3000 because it rarely complicated their work, maintenance followed clear routines, issues were usually easy to diagnose, and downtime stayed limited. Over the years, it earned a reputation not for standing out, but for always being ready, quietly passing its responsibilities forward to the smaller Ford tractors that followed. Number 4, the Ford NAA Golden Jubilee. For many farmers, replacing horses was not a single decision but a cautious transition, measured one season at a time. The Ford NAA often entered the farmyard during that shift, taking on work that had once been done by teams, and doing it day after day without needing rest or adjustment. In the early 1950s, American farms were committing fully to mechanical power, acreage was growing, labor was limited, and tractors were no longer assistants but primary sources of work. Dependability meant a machine that could be trusted to take over completely, without introducing uncertainty into routines that were already changing. The NAA was intended to serve as a modernized replacement for earlier designs, built to handle the everyday responsibilities that defined post-war farming. Its role was to be the main tractor on smaller and mid-sized farms, carrying steady loads and regular tasks without demanding specialized knowledge. In real use, it plowed and cultivated fields, mowed hay, pulled rakes and wagons, and handled belt work around the farmstead. These jobs returned each season in familiar patterns, and the tractor's value came from repeating them reliably rather than pushing limits. From the operator's seat, the experience felt controlled and reassuring. The engine ran with a smooth, even sound, the clutch engaged predictably, and the tractor moved forward with a pace that felt natural to long days of work. That consistency allowed farmers to settle into new routines with confidence. Farmers trusted the NAA because it marked a stable step forward, maintenance followed clear logic, problems were generally manageable, and the tractor proved it could replace animal power without introducing new worries. It became a bridge between eras, easing farmers toward the Ford machines that would continue carrying their daily work. Number 3, the Ford 9N. Winter chores had a way of testing machines before the sun had fully risen. When cold engines and frozen ground revealed whether a tractor could be relied on at all, the Ford 9N often faced that moment, started early to haul feed, clear lanes, and keep daily work moving when conditions were least forgiving. When it appeared at the end of the 1930s, American farms were still heavily dependent on animal power, labor was physical, time was measured by daylight, and any mechanical help had to justify itself quickly. Dependable power meant a tractor that could be used every day, not just when conditions were easy. The 9N was intended to introduce a practical form of mechanization that fit ordinary farms. Its role was to take on regular chores and field work without requiring a complete reorganization of the farm, allowing gradual adoption rather than abrupt change. In daily use, it plowed small fields, cultivated row crops, pulled mowers and wagons, and handled routine hauling around the farmstead. These were steady, repetitive jobs, and the tractor earned its place by returning to them reliably across seasons. From the seat, the tractor communicated its limits clearly, the engine note remained even when worked within its range, the controls felt direct, and the pace across fields was steady rather than hurried. That clarity allowed operators to work confidently without pushing beyond what the machine was meant to do. Farmers trusted the Ford 9N because it made mechanized work predictable, maintenance was straightforward, behavior was consistent, and problems were usually visible before they became serious. It proved that a tractor could become part of daily life, laying the groundwork for the Ford machines that followed. Number 2, the Ford 2N. During wartime years, farm work continued under tighter limits, with shortages of materials, fuel, and labor shaping every decision. The Ford 2N often worked through those constraints, starting when it had to and running with whatever resources were available, because the work itself could not wait. In the early 1940s, American farms carried added pressure to produce more with less. Dependability meant resilience under restriction, a tractor that could keep operating even when ideal conditions were no longer possible. Trust was measured by whether a machine could stay useful when circumstances were uncertain. The 2N was intended as a practical continuation of Ford's early tractor philosophy, adapted to a time when simplicity mattered more than expansion. Its role was to preserve everyday farm routines during years when change was unavoidable and resources were scarce. In real use, it cultivated crops, pulled mowers, hauled wagons, and handled routine chores around the farmstead. These were not extraordinary jobs, but they were essential, repeated daily and seasonally, and the tractor's value lay in continuing to perform them without demanding upgrades or special treatment. From the operator's seat, the experience remained familiar. The engine maintained a steady rhythm, controls responded predictably, and the tractor moved with the same measured pace farmers had already learned. That continuity reduced uncertainty at a time when much else felt unstable. Farmers trusted the Ford 2N because it carried on reliably through difficult years. Maintenance followed known patterns, repairs were manageable with limited supplies, and the tractor rarely surprised its operator. It became a symbol of steady work under pressure, quietly setting the stage for the more refined Ford tractors that followed when conditions improved. Number 1, the Ford 8N. At the end of a long workday, when tools were put away and fields finally went quiet, the tractor that mattered most was the one that would be ready again the next morning. The Ford 8N often filled that role, parked near the barn after dusk, expected to start without hesitation when daylight returned. In the years immediately after the war, American farms were expanding with cautious optimism, labor remained limited, acreage increased, and tractors were no longer supplemental machines. Dependable power now meant being able to handle nearly every routine task without interruption, season after season. The 8N was intended to be the primary tractor on countless small and mid-sized farms. Its role was not to excel in one narrow job, but to support the entire operation, carrying steady responsibility across planting, haying, harvest, and daily chores without requiring special attention. In real farm work, it plowed and cultivated fields, mowed and raked hay, pulled wagons loaded with grain or supplies, and handled constant hauling around the farmstead. These tasks returned every year in familiar order, and the tractor's value was proven by how little its behavior changed over time. From the seat, the experience felt settled and balanced. The engine ran with a consistent tone, the controls responded evenly, and the tractor moved across fields with a pace that encouraged steady work rather than haste. Operators learned to trust its rhythm and plan their days around it. Farmers relied on the Ford 8N because it became part of the farm's structure, not an exception within it. Maintenance was understood, repairs were predictable, and the tractor earned confidence through repetition rather than novelty. Long after newer machines appeared, many farms kept one close by, not because it was old, but because it still fit the work that needed to be done. These tractors were never meant to be remembered as machines, they were meant to be remembered as part of the work itself. Day after day, season after season, they stood alongside farmers who asked for honesty, not perfection, and reliability, not attention. Ford earned its place by building tractors that respected the rhythm of real farm life, steady, familiar, and willing to work without complaint. If these machines sound like ones you knew, or worked beside, share that memory below. Your experiences keep this history alive, just as surely as these tractors once kept farms moving forward.